Around the world, there are many national jingles across the world. A lot of the national railway systems have their own iconic little sound to it, just to mention people that they are in a train. And sometimes it gives people PTSD. So we're actually gonna rank the PTSD moments by putting them in a tier list. We got about 33 rail companies, and we're gonna rank them from S, A, B, C to F. We don't even care about the D and E because a railway jingle has to be perfect. If you're going below a C, you're doing something completely wrong. The railway jingles that we'll be using comes from this video made by Taco. I love your flamingo montages. Let's take a look at Deutsche Bahn. Just simple 2 notes. They kind of went with the lazy route, low-key. I believe for Germans, it's the most traumatic one because Deutsche Bahn is very well known for their delays and cancellations. So yeah, with that ping, I don't think it's a really good way of notifying people, hey guys, your train's been canceled. At the same time, it kind of does its job. It's not like annoyingly bad. It's a very neutral type jingle. So I think, I'll believe, we're gonna put this in C tier. On to the Netherlands now. Like overlays at the end. Bing, bong, bong. But I don't think it's an S tier because it's not something I would listen in my own time and be like, yo, play that back. Play that jingle back. I need to hear it. It's not something I would like get an earworm from the top of my head. I think it's a B because it's not iconic either. It's just 3 simple notes. It's a little generic in a way with the way that it wants to give you. But it reminds you, yeah, you're on a train station. It's kind of a place of service. Next up, though, is the French. It is actually a type of melody that kind of would get stuck in my brain, actually. Especially that it's, assisted by a human that's singing it along. It's like, oh yeah, I can replicate that. The combination of the notes, it wants you to give you attention. So I'm gonna put it in A, not S though. I know exactly what an S tier jingle sounds like. And this is not it, all right? Next up is from the Spain people. Let's see what Renfe has gotten us. Now that's the version I don't really like, but I think the second version's better. I'm more familiar with that one. It's such a 2011 ringtone. I believe, yeah, it's kind of outdated. It's okay. I think it's B. It's better than the Deutsche Bahn one. It's got creativity into it, not just a simple 2 note. Play that again, play it again. Third time. It ends off at a low. So, and I think the jingle also kind of ends up at a low. I feel like there's a missing ending to it. It feels incomplete. I'm gonna go with C. It's generic as well. This one I don't think really counts as a jingle because it's very limited to like electro stars. F tier. I'm sorry, bro. Really? You don't even play this in stations. You simply put this on specific trains and call it a day. Ask a tourist who came to Britain and be like, do you recognize this jingle? And be like, no. They wouldn't be reminded at all of Britain. What's really important about a jingle is it must be reminded of your own country. And this is not it. That's an F tier. Now this one, just have a listen. This is Switzerland. All together. Beautiful. This is perfect. The Swiss divide it into 3 parts. One that serves the Italian regions, French regions, and the Dutch regions. And you know what's even cooler? The notes represent the letters. So S represented as E sharp, and then the BB notes and the FF notes are very represented by their own letters, which is so cool. Putting that together is so nice. And you get to hear different jingles depending on which region you're in. Musical element behind it. It's got great reasoning. It's just, smash. S. Oh, dang. Did I moan? I'm sorry. That was, I think it was so good that I just ended up moaning. I'm saving for that later. Thanks for the sound effect. Enjoy it, I guess. Let's keep going. Bro, I could confuse that as like an airport announcement rather than a train jingle. I don't feel any Italian from this F tier. I mean, with 2 notes, you can't really go further than a C, I'll be honest with you. I can't listen to this thing like multiple times. Otherwise, I will get a tantrum. I'm sorry. It's friendly. It's a friendly jingle. I'd be happy to hear the train announcement like that, even if it has a delay. I mean, like, listening to that jingle, it's kind of a highlight. Okay, that's the first version. Okay, the second version, just straight up 1 note. They made it a dramatic note, so that was power. There was emotion put into that. I think to summarize it all together, I think it's a B. It's not as good as the French one. All right, next one is from the Czech. Da, 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 da. It just sounds like an airport one as well. It's kind of generic. I'm gonna go with C. The static, by the way, and the desk hitting. Did you hear that? It's just the chime, but like, it's such a weird combination. It goes da 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 da. Psych, you're going back down. Yeah, the last part killed it, I think. But what about the second version? Why did they need to add the last part? The last part literally kills it off. At least they did something. They tried something out of it. A for effort. F for the letdowns. I don't like the letdowns, but I don't think it's an F tier. It's A for effort. I'm gonna go with C. Next one is from the PKP. My favorite part about this jingle is that at the end, they still leave like the entire chord progression in the background when you play note by note on each one. And then you still hear the chord in the background of what they've created at the end of it. PKP, and then you got PKP. You know what? If I hear that in the middle of like 1 a.m. on like a night train, I'll be like, hell yeah, that's pretty good. It's not too much, but it's honest work. I think I'm gonna go with A tier. All right, next one is from the Finnish. Well, hey. Pause. Plop. Listen, if my ears blinked, I would have missed that instantly. But ears don't blink, so lucky for you, Finland, but you're gonna get an F from me. I'm sorry. I don't like the minor key on this one. I should be excited for my train arriving, but it's saying, guys, there's a train coming. Like, I should be worried about it, but it's okay though. I can definitely tell it's a Danish jingle. B tier. Low quality one, but let's hear it again. I think it kind of does its job again. It's nothing too special. I can't really say much. It's a C tier. I have questions to the person who made this. But if I try to ask questions to this person is probably dead already, because I can tell this is such a Soviet outdated jingle. I mean, the logo also looks so ancient looking. I feel like the rails have barely been touched. They haven't done any engineering work since 1975. But I guess it's a piece of history. It's nothing too bad. It's nothing too unsettling. You're gonna be just on C tier, I think. All right, next one is the Hellenic train, which is Greece, I think. You know what? For a 2-note, this was probably the best 2-note jingle. If this were converted into a full-length song, it'd be a lullaby. Because it's a 2-note jingle with potential, B tier. Something out of a child's toy. It sounds like an ice cream truck. Yeah, you're right. Am I on a train or am I selling ice cream? I feel like I'm stuck in some sort of dystopia. Some like cyberpunk type shit. It feels like it comes from another universe, I think. I think that is on par with the French, actually. Because low-key, I'd be having good dreams with that jingle. Whew. It's not as good as the Swiss. Oh, I get goosebumps from it, actually. With this sort of branding, with this sort of like style, and like, I feel like I'm in Japan more than in Russia. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm being served here. My beloved passengers, here is your train information. It's this sort of jingle. The treble at the end there is pretty good. I'm gonna go with S tier, but it's not as good as the Swiss. It's a surprising one, but I also want to compare it with the East Japan one. This one feels more informative. The West Japan one is more of a surprise. Here's your train. But I don't know if I would even put them in S tier, actually. I think the East Japan one is better. I'll put them both on A tier, not S tier. What is S tier is what they have with the entire selection, because JR West and I guess JR East as well, they have multiple jingles. This is this one I was looking at. It's so good sounding. I get goosebumps from that one. I might moan again. You know what? It sounds like a tech jingle. You know, the Intel jingle. Like, da 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 da. Kind of like that. It's kind of the same vibes. Like, if this was on a list, it'd be S tier, but we're looking at the more general scope of the entire company. We're gonna go to Korea. I could rap over that. That's the type of jingle I would really go for. Like, my name is Peng and I'm going to a Korean train and I'm gonna go to Seoul. There you go. That's my bars right there. It's really good. This is more kawaii than Japan. Knowing that the Korean railways here are really good, I feel hospitalized. S tier. I think it's really Korean. And it's so family friendly, right? And it's a train for all ages, as it should be. The Swiss is still the best. Russia's still better. Korea is just the bottom of the S tier. Anyways, next jingle. Indonesia. It's creepy in a way. On the Pengtastic channel, we do not accept plagiarism. And I don't believe they credited the original creator for that. So, F tier. Oh, let me hear that again. The Singapore Mass Rapid Transit. It is like a ringtone in a way. It sounds like a lullaby. You know what? I like lullabies when it comes to train jingles, I think. When I want to be on the train, I'm so tired. It has to be a train that I can sleep in. Usually I don't sleep in trains, but when you do, it's a good thing. I'm gonna go with a B. I think it's too short. All right, next one is from Malaysia. That's something out of like 2003. I wouldn't even believe it would be for a train jingle, honestly. I feel like it's something out of like a TV jingle or a commercial. I don't know, I'm not very stimulated at all. I'm just gonna go with C tier. China, let's see. They have really good railways, but do they have a good jingle? Let's hear it. Whew, that's like an alarm. It's as annoying as like an iPhone alarm. Like, it just sounds like noise to me. I'm sorry. You may think it's good, but I'm not feeling it. It's an F tier. It doesn't mean that the railways are bad. If I was the CEO of this railway company, I would just ask them to change it. And change it to the Swiss. Oh my God, it's so good. I can't. Ugh. That's also bad. 2 F tiers in a row. Pathetic. No. What do you mean, Kazakhstan? That's a honk. Are you sure this is a jingle? F tier. No. Oh my God, we got as many F tiers as C tiers. We need a world where people can actually nail train jingles. We need to renew some train jingles, and I'm gonna include those companies. They need to renew them. Let's see what Turkey has on offer. I don't know. Ooh, nice. Just like the brakings on the train, it's smooth. Probably almost S tier, but I think it's just as good as like Japan. I'm gonna go with A. There's an introduction and conclusion in this jingle. Even though it's so short, it's complete. This is the US. Let's have a listen. You know what? It may not be an actual jingle. That is Amtrak. That's definitely Amtrak. It's all around Amtrak. You don't even need a jingle because the jingle is already the train. Genius, right? Yo, is there a 10-hour version of this? They don't need a jingle. This is already the jingle. So I'm gonna go with A. Yeah, hear me out on this, okay? It's as good as Japan. It's as good as the French. All American trains have bells. Yeah, not many trains outside the US have bells. So the bells alone is a special jingle towards them. I mean, Canada may have it, but Canada has their own jingle. So let's have a listen. This jingle isn't C key, so I think it's a C. I'm not surprised again. I mean, it does its job. Some say It may be better than USA, but no. This is the Aussies for this one. It sounds like a Windows notification. Doesn't sound like a train jingle to me. After. And also the logo's bleak. They could do something better with that. Slop. We need to appreciate this one, because it's the final one we'll hear. It's better than the Sydney Metro jingle. And you know what? Because it's a manual announcement, it feels special. Hey, this is your driver speaking. I like it. I would go end off nicely at a kind of a medium note, at a B2. So that was my jingle tier list. It may not be all of them, obviously, but if you want more that I have missed, please let me know. If so, I might do this in the future. I hope you guys like this ranking. Some say it's disgusting, but I think it's beautiful and I think it's just the way it is. It's my opinion. And if you don't, you can leave.